Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Grandmaster, I've got your back.
The Legion opened a portal that is spewing forth a swarm of foul imps. Champion, these tiny fiends must be eradicated.
A kite cannot fly unless the wind blows against it, Grandmaster.
Sister moves up to the next tier, and then it feels like that after that they kind of each increase pretty, more and more. And by the time you get to the host, that starts getting really insane. But then maiden is where it's like, that's your, are you good enough check.
Maiden's simple in concept. It's just one person can totally fuck you up.
Hi, Ryan.
Yo, what's up?
Where does the steel reinforced cage helm drop?
It's from the new thing on Dark Moon Fair.
How hard is it? Or is it random drop on top of it?
No, I think it's a new zone event mini game. Or
That'd be fun.
it's from the new show going there, I think.
All the scrubs count Mal the Woodwork for new patch.
Should be able to win since then. Ooh, cookies.
If we somehow get to the 6th boss and down it, I'm gonna have to go back to town, if not sooner, to get more re-rolls.
Accent bingo.
That I'm gonna get, you know. I have a feeling I have to go back sooner for, you know, my legendary upgrade.
They fixed it, so you don't have to do it right when you hit 50 anymore.
Alright, then I'll just do it if we get our 6th boss down. I'm gonna get more re-rolls.
I'll be back for something again.
We have like 8 different classes out of the 12, that's not bad.
Or Death Knight.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
We'll have a DK in a sec.
Damn it!
So Sloop Bag is actually manning a Death Knight for progression.
Damn.
They're pretty fun, and Monk is a lot less fun now.
Oh shit.
Oh, what'd you do?
Happening. Who did what? Oh my god. Where's my loot?
Daddy's home.
Ah,
Minus 9,001
What?
BKP. Now he gets negative kills from me.
he's hiding behind the statue.
I'll find some way to DPS him during the raid encounters.
Give me a sec, gotta get some flask.
Tanks, healers, you guys can run up. There's a little bit of trash.
Sorry, I'm a slacker. I forgot something.
Already abusing my wife.
Damn right.
Is Axe coming?
I told him he should. He's like, I have to get up early, but I'm like, I've been getting up early. Alright, how hard are these guys hit?
Which
Pull
one?
it.
It's normal, it should be easy.
It'll be fine.
Tornadoes.
Interesting that they're immune to top. But that matters.
against my better judgment, but I healed Hawk.
Well, thank you.
He didn't heal me.
Yeah, what Hawk? This could determine how severe the fine is.
I heal Hawks all the time, not this Hawk character.
It's Hawk easy.
Yeah, Hawk easy, all the heals. All night.
Ah.
Alright. Alright, so this boss is fairly simple and straightforward. Tanks, you guys have to deal with burning armor and melted armor, so that'll just be a tank swap. When you get whatever big debuff with a huge circle, make sure you run away from the raid and away from the big spikes, because if you put the big circle around the raid or the big spikes, it'll destroy them. Crashing Comet is a smaller little circle that goes around like 3 to 4 people or something like that. And you make sure that you take that out of the raid. Don't bring it near any spikes, it'll destroy the spikes. Infernal Spike, it's going to pop up beneath random players. It kind of looks like a grayish or tan or something like that color, like circle underneath you. You can kind of lose it if you're not paying attention. It doesn't do a ton of damage to you if you stand in it, but it's going to go ahead and form a spike. And the reason that you have the spikes are for the next 2 abilities, Shattering Star. So the boss is going to have an ability, I think it's shown with like an arrow or something like that. It basically rolls a ball, and if you get hit with it without having it run through at least 1 spike, you're probably going to die. So you hide behind at least 1 spike. Try to make sure that it doesn't go through all the spikes, because we need the spikes up for the final ability called Infernal Burning. So when that goes out, every single person has to run behind a spike. The boss is going to do a big AoE blast and knock down all the spikes. If you're not behind a spike, you're going to die. So just a brief synopsis. Take all abilities away from spikes. If you're targeted with something, run behind a spike or 2. When he's doing the big AoE blast thing, make sure you're behind a spike. And the boss where he's at, Lust on Bull. Make sure you're recruited and blast.
Stupid UI reset. I'm glad I caught that before this.
What's that?
You know how my UI got reset last Thursday? Well, my focus target was off, so I need to fix that real fast. Alright, I'm ready now.
Just waiting on Hawk.
He said, be right back, 2 minutes.
Our only malware just got here.
Resummon me so I can turn in this quest.
What quest?
To start that legendary thing, the spoiled sample.
You don't have to, it auto starts it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, you'll still get the pieces from it.
As long as I have it.
Yeah, well, you don't have to even have it. It's currency now. You just can't turn it in with that. Yeah, when you turn in that, when you accept the quest, and it's like, then it'll be like, okay, you have this much currency. Do you want to turn it in?
Okay. As long as I'm good.
Yeah, because I opened up my box, Tuesday and was like, oh crap, I didn't mean to, but it was like, it's all good.
And I am back.
Dave, do you need me to go over the strategy again?
Yeah, I watched the video thing of Fat Boss,
said no.
so
And he's gone.
Brief 30-second synopsis is there's a spike that spawns underneath random people, move away from it. There's a comet with a little circle that goes around you, run away from spikes. If there's a shattering star, it's a big bulb with an arrow pointing towards you. Run behind a spike. When the boss does the big Infernal Blast ability, run behind spikes.
okay, so you're going with the Fat Bosses.
I didn't hear you.
Fat Bosses.
It's not a question.
Yes. Thank you, Toshi. All right, ready, checking. And if either Dave or X or both of you can lust on the ball, that way I know it actually happened.
Oh yeah, where do you want me to tank it at?
Right where it's there. And you guys can just run Propus symbol.
Yeah. Alright.
You guys run in those general directions where nipple or pantyhose are. That'd be great.
I can't even see those. Cute. Oh wait, there's one. Okay, now they appeared.
On you, thanks.
Start on like the green one right here. Can like hold the boss to green and then we can move it to that, or we want to start in the middle.
No, you guys just tank where it is, and then when you guys get a debuff, you guys just run in those general directions.
Alright, do we need to twist them around or anything?
Turn them away, that way DPS don't get parried.
Alright, right.
Yeah, normally you don't have to move them at all.
Alright, I'm not sure what Hitbox gonna do, so if it takes me a second to get in position, just be patient. So
If you run right to Rome, you should be good.
Alright, here we go.
And range, you guys can loosely spread.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we're good. You must.
Someone must.
Brett.
First Shattering Star out. Comment take out of the break. Got 8 seconds on Infernal Burning. That's the thing where you have to run behind Spike. Run behind.
Have it.
Eight seconds on Infernal Burning. 1 second on Infernal. With Shattering. 3 seconds on Infernal Burning. Congrats.
It's too hard, guys.
I sealed each level of this temple so that no invader could descend into its depths. I never anticipated that the Legion would find another way to breach its door. I was born just to rave, yes, to be this in my blood. Select the run, the sound, let me hear that gunshot. The name of the victim is boom, bye bye. Now put your
You DPS, Brad.
I haven't done that.
What happened there?
DK stun.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know he could be stuck. Well, not by me.
I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
Stun.
That's annoying.
Curse too, so not.
Is that a frontal? Or was there a cast there or something?
There's a caster. I'm thinking that's who's doing. I'm not sure who's doing it.
It was the succubus.
What are we rolling for?
Cloak.
Oh, I
Ace
didn't
Master
know.
900. Already getting the cherry loot. Is there anyone with reliable interrupts that is going with Safus? Or that would use Safus on this fight?
I got it.
Could you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard you.
X said yes.
I hate you, huh? Alright, so for Belloc, there's going to be an interrupt rotation. I'll take first. Greg, you can take second. Toshi, you're third. Hawk, if we need someone to fill in, if you'll help out, and Hawk as well.
That's going to be confusing.
So when I interrupt, I'll say I got it, and then Greg will be like, okay, I got the next one. and then Toshi will be like, okay, I got the next one. This boss is a little interesting. Still pretty easy. So 2 bosses are in front of us. Tanks are tanking Atragon. Belek doesn't need to be tanked. Doesn't have any threat, doesn't melee, doesn't do whatever. So tanks are going to be on Atragon. He's going to be giving, there's, I guess, all the abilities give this thing called Torment. You're going to have a Torment bar. Once you get 100 Torment, you're worthless in this area. You're going to click the action bar. It's going to send you to a different room where there is a weird tormented soul mob or whatever that a tank's going to go in there at the same time, and a healer as well. And as you DPS the tormented soul, he's going to drop orbs. You pick up the orbs, it drops your torment, you click the action bar, you come back to this area. So where we're standing right now, I'm going to mark. No one is to be standing on this purple thing. No one's supposed to drop anything on this purple thing. This purple thing, no spot. So everyone move away from it. Because what's going to happen is when you come back from the other area, the Tormented Soul area, you're going to come back to this spot. And there's abilities, at least I think there is on normal. It doesn't matter. There's abilities that you drop puddles of shit and stuff like that. And if you drop it on purple, then anyone that comes out of the Tormented Soul is just going to drop into a purple and take damage and whatever. So Atragon, tanks. He's got a couple abilities that just will attack you, give you torment, and force you to go into the Tormented Soul thing. So that's one of the things that you guys swap for. He has, what's it? Bone Saw. So when he goes all warrior and spins around in a big circle, current tank just run away from him, kite him around the outer edge, don't attack him. If you're a DPS, stop attacking that guy, switch to Belek. Because if you attack the spinning warrior guy while he's spinning, you're going to get torment stacks and you're going to become worthless very fast. For Belek, it's pretty much the same thing. You just attack him until he does this ability called Fell Squall. It's going to be AoE damage to everyone. As soon as he's doing Fell Squall, you stop attacking him and you attack Atragon. You can cleave off of them, multi-dot them, all that fun stuff. If you have a dot up on them prior to them doing their crazy spinny whirlwind thing or the Fell Squall, you won't gain any extra torment. It's only if you damage them while they're actually doing it. There's abilities. What's it? Alright, so Belek will give an ability, it's called Echoing Anguish. Basically, whenever you get that, you run outside the raid, and once you're outside the raid, healer will dispel you, and then you drop a big puddle or something like that around it, which is what we don't want to drop around purple. So everyone's going to be loosely spread. Go ahead and burn the bosses, stop attacking them when they're doing the Fell Squall or the spinning whirlwind thing. When you get 100 torrent, jump into, go ahead and hit the action bar, confess. You go into the other area, beat up the boss, pick up orbs, and then use action bar to come back.
Yeah, Brad, when you're inside the confess room, try to be the last one out so, you know, the ad doesn't kill anybody. And we stack the 2 bosses?
Yeah, you can stack the 2 bosses until they start doing their abilities, and then you run away from it. Yes, Android. And lusting on the full. if you guys want, you guys can start DPSing on Bellic. That way, there's no tank pull or threat or anything like that.
Try and keep them a little close together too, until Bellic and him start doing their ults. Just move them out around like 90 or so.
All right, starting countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Greg, you're next.
Got it. Stosh.
Move H again.
Greg, you're next. Stop attacking, go to answer again. Angel, you don't have to tank that way.
You don't have to kite him continuously like that, Tommy. You can keep him with him.
Greg, you're next.
I need to fast anyways.
Got
Alright, stop attacking, answer again, go to Bellic.
that guy gets out of melee. Gosh.
Angel, are you inside?
Yeah.
That was mine, I got it.
Toshi, you're next. Dispel.
Yeah, dispel, please.
I got 2 dispels.
Unbearable Torment.
Ah,
Ready, confess.
Greg, you're next.
I'm dead. I couldn't get his spell.
I'm in Torment, so someone's got to interrupt.
Toshi cloak.
I interrupt that, Greg, you're next.
All right, Brad, taunt off me.
What?
Taunt.
I think I got it.
Got it.
Move H again.
I'm inside. Who else needs in here? Go for it.
Go ahead and dispel.
I'm inside.
Take the boss away from Felspot, please. Thanks.
I'm up.
Greg, you're next.
Got that one going in. Now, let's see.
I got next.
Drinking. Oh, screw you, Whirlwind.
Yeah, I'll drag the boss to the middle of the room when he's doing that, please.
Move H again to the right.
Right, Brad, you can go in.
I'll swallow in 5 seconds.
I'm back up.
Separate bosses.
I'm inside, so if anybody needed it. I doubt what you need.
Got
I'm inside, so I'll need someone to interrupt.
Toshi's next. Or
How close are you, tell me?
I'm at 100. Taunt off me.
Head
Get back
now.
where he needs to go.
I got
Greg, you're
Hector.
next.
Going inside.
Innervate Shadus.
I'm inside. I'm going inside.
Spell Squall in 8 seconds. Separate bosses. Swap.
Heading out.
What's the cookie thing for?
This hammer forged ancient wonders and shaped the earth itself. Today, it shatters the bonds of fate that seek to crush us all.
Everyone turn back around, run back towards the first boss. Back where the first boss crawled out of, just jump down in there.
So I was about to say, not sure if trolling or what.
Yeah. Like, I fell for that in molten core a long time ago. I'm not falling for this.
I'll let
This is
somebody
how
else
you
be
can
the
see
test.
Rag.
I just remember back in SCC when I used Avenger Shield, it hit 2 Murlocs and went straight for the boss.
Went straight into Murgrim's face. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just judgment them then.
And it seemed like it happened in slow motion too.
It was. It was like...
It's like dink dink, and then it took like 2 seconds to travel to the boss. And everyone's just like, oh no. Ah!
Those guys hit a lot harder than I think they...
There's nothing new there, Anda.
Alright, so this boss has a tank ability that he puts a stack on the tanks and tanks have to swap. I think it's swapping at like 5 or something like that. I'll let them discuss that. At 100 rage, so this boss has got a rage bar. Only thing that matters is once he gets to 100, the boss is going to be swapped around, turned towards the raid, and he's going to do an ability. I guess it's called Unchecked Rage or whatever. And it's all the damage that he does in one swipe or whatever is split between everyone. If he hits no one, he enrages and he kills everyone. If he just hits the tank is dead. So once the boss is at 100 rage, tanks flip the boss around. Melee, range, don't run away when you see the big boss's face. And soak that, then turn the boss back around. Boss brings in 2 different types of murlocs. One is a caster. If you're a DPS or healer or tank or whatever, try to interrupt as many of the wave render, I think is called. But basically, it's 2 ads. There's one ad, a wave render, that runs around shooting things, interrupt the cast as much as possible. Then there's another one that I think he has a spear or something, gladiator, something like that. He's going to randomly target someone and chase after them. If he's targeting you, you just have to run away from him. And if you get hit by him, he's going to put a debuff on you that increases the damage that you take. So the caster guys, bring them into melee, burn them down. The other guys just single target, burn them down. The boss will have an ability, I think it's called Drenched or something like that. He basically puts a debuff on you, you run away just like Nathendra, drop the puddle, back away from the group, and then he does an ability called Draw In, where he pulls the pools into his body. Don't stand in the puddles. You'll get a debuff that increases the damage that you take. And for every puddle that he soaks, he gains a buff that whenever he attacks the tank, it does rabbi damage. So the more that we interrupt and kill the little murlocs, and the more that you don't stand in other puddles and stuff like that, the less raid wide damage that we have to deal with. AoE, or not AoE, Lust on the Pole.
Normal versus growth. Do we have to worry about the walls of tornadoes on normal?
Different boss fight.
Oh.
Everyone behind the boss. Alright, turn boss back around.
Alright, Brat top.
Everyone behind boss.
Turn the boss around, Brat.
Turn boss, turn boss. Oh, rip.
Zip.
Turn it around,
I
80.
blood brat.
I need a top.
Adds up. Puddles away. Not stand in puddle. Turn boss.
Pause
that.
Once I get
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah, shit.
Nervit.
Adds up. Watch out for puddles. Boss is about 100, so get behind him. Turn it towards green.
Everyone stack to pick a side and stack.
what does the blue mean?
You guys can move the boss so he's not standing all those puddles.
I got 5 stacks, but as soon as you lose your
Boss is at 75 energy. Get ready to turn boss to raid.
turn the boss right.
Run out with puddles, Dave. Burn ads out. Boss is at 80 energy. Get ready.
That was the middle one.
Try and watch out puddles. Boss is at 100 energy. Get ready. Turn around. So I'll put a marker up on melee. That way you guys know which way to face him. And we'll just move him a little bit away from the puddles when drawing's not near.
I was about to say, hey, my macro will work. Although I don't have any. I actually, yeah. Oh, sweet. Are you sure you accept this trade? I don't know. It's pretty fishy. I just got paid off. Ah. I'm getting all the loot.
Alright, so I mark myself with a star. Range, you guys don't have to be stacked on top of melee, but behind melee and like kind of like loosely stacked will work. And when there's too much puddles right behind the boss, just shift them in a direction. Alright, on you guys.
All right.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Uncheck rage in 4 seconds. Adds up.
Right,
Drop
back
puddles
down.
out. Uncheck rage soon. Stack on star. Add soon. Puddles out. Away from puddles. Uncheck rage.
Nerve it.
Uncheck rage soon. Adds.
I make it.
Uncheck rage soon. Alright, turn around. Adds up. Uncheck rage soon. Try and dodge. Uncheck rage. Move to
My mind
boss.
in the middle.
Move further back. Uncheck rage.
Boss round whip.
Burn ads. Uncheck rage soon. Burn boss. Good job.
does have a socket.
So you don't want to jump down there.
We don't.
No. So you want to follow the star?
You want to do sisters first?
The mother Ceres says X, whatever thing.
Yeah, you go down the Murloc way. That way you can go, takes you to sisters. To the left.
When I did it, we went this way here, and there's the world bus.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess it does lead you right down to that stairway. I don't know if it's was trash or not.
Oh, World Quest is here too, so. Looks angry. I think it wants to eat hog. Should we let it?
Seems nice.
Just run down the stairs. I guess dropping down there is just on the other side of there.
Where's the rest of the raid? Why are they dying?
What's that?
Where's the rest of the raid and why are they all dying?
They drop down where they should not.
Well, serves them right.
Alright, everyone go through the door. Stop running, Tommy. You guys ran past the boss.
It's coming.
Oh shit.
It's like my mount.
Yeah. Trying to drain our blood. Rude. do something interesting? Or is this it? Like the ones in Nighthold, like one shot half the raid, and this one just like, I'm gonna suck some blood. Maybe every 15 seconds. True. I don't know, that might make it more fun. Maybe I wouldn't dispel it then.
Alright, downstairs.
Oh well, that sucks.
Now I know.
Just preparing for the boss.
I've come prepared for this fight.
Are we doing tandem core macros? Hold on, you're fine.
Alright, so this boss has an ability called Hydra Shot. Basically, it targets. I don't know if it's going to do 3 or if it's going to do 1. I'm not sure. So basically, it's going to shoot out. It's going to have like a green line or something targeting one person. We need a couple of people, maybe 3 people, 2 people, standing in the way of it to soak some of the damage. You're going to get a debuff if you do soak it, so don't soak it if you already have a debuff. If you get 2 stacks, you're stunned and you take a lot more damage. Tanks, you've got a Burden of Pain. I think that's when you guys do your tank swap.
Yep.
The person that is not currently tanking the boss, you'll pick up the Abyss Stalkers, just little ads, and burn them down. There's little, like, I think Murlocs or something like that that come out. They're going to jump on your head and get knocked off, and you burn them down too. And don't stand in little clouds and stuff like that. It reduces the hit chance they get. Stage 1 is from I think 100 to 70%. There's going to be, I think, 3 or 4 tornadoes that spawn on one side of the room and move slowly across to the other side. Just don't get hit by them. If you get hit by them, you're going to take like a big dot damage that takes probably about 150% of your health. So you'll be wasting a lot of healer mana. Okay, so Murlocs are going to jump on your head. If you get a Murloc on your head, the jellyfish that we just beat right before this door, they're going to pop up, and you're actually going to have to stand in the circle to get shocked. And once you get shocked, the Murlocs will jump off you, and that's when you kill them. Phase 2, there's a huge fat line that goes across the map or the area, whatever you want to call it. Basically, a big whale jumps from one side to the other. If you're caught in that, you're probably dead. So make sure to dodge the big, whale that jumps across there. There's going to be little puddles on the ground that when you pick up, you're going to get debuffed. You're going to have a slow on you, but the reason that they're there is so that you pick it up and you bring it over to the whale to feed him and to send him away. It's really weird. So basically, I think it's over like here-ish. There's going to be like there's going to be two, I guess, semicircles. One really small one. I think that's white, and the other I think that one's white. And then there's a bigger one that's purple. So if you get sucked into the whale and you get sucked into the small semicircle, you're dead. If you have the debuff that you picked up from the little puddle, then you bring it to the outer semicircle and then run away. If 3 people do that, the whale goes away. I guarantee at least 3 or 4 people will die just being sucked in. And then phase 4, just a bunch of the abilities all at once. Tornadoes again. You don't have to worry about picking up the puddles to bring to the whale in phase 4 or phase 3. And you've got the little, Murlocs and stuff like that again. Basically, it's a shit ton of little ads. The biggest point is dodge the tornadoes. Tanks pick up the ads, perform the tank swap, and in phase 2, pick up the little pink things and feed it to the whale. Make sure you go in the outer circle, not the inner circle. And Flask is probably running out.
Alright, just tanker in the middle pretty much.
Yeah, and we're gonna save Lust for the final phase.
Alright, let's try it.
Come on, I gotta get up at 4 tomorrow.
Flattered.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Why not?
Best Lust.
No.
Don't stand in that.
That's good for the bingo card too.
Adds up. Hydro shots in. Drag move out. 2 people soak it. Okay. Tornadoes coming. I move, boss. Dodge. Little wave riders, kill him. Move, boss again. Tornadoes. Coming going behind us. Alright, so they have fixed it. Alright, so this. With the little abyss guys, we're gonna hold. Don't kill them until tornadoes are coming out. Hold AoE on them. Dodge us. Everyone out of the middle. Alright, you can kill the little abyss guys. So if you look, there's two bigger circle, or a big circle and a little smaller circle.
Inter-
Need one more inky thing for the whale, please.
Kill everything. Out of the middle. Stand in front.
Top.
Phase 3.
Pretend we have luck.
Do not kill the abyss stalkers.
Please, they're going down too quick.
Okay, take them.
It wouldn't help because I'm tanking them. I have holy shield.
Hey, they keep spawning. Just burn them down more. You just need them up for when the tornado comes. So as long as there's some there.
Don't get hit by that. Tornadoes in 8 seconds. Take the boss away from the abyss thing.
Burn the stalkers. Pull the boss behind, or wait and see where the tornadoes are. You need to make sure the tornado hits thing first.
Burn all the abyss down. Move the boss away. Dodge out of the middle.
Oh, well, it looks like only one such it though.
Good job, you guys.
Stop giving me AP with my rolls, fucker.
So I guess there's no quick way back up.
No, go back the way that we came.
I think the game missed Dave. He's got like loot off every boss.
There was a door we could have been up there.
Thanks for coming, X.
Later, X.
Oh, yeah.
That fight's silly easy on normal, but on heroic, it's going to be quite interesting, I think.
Yeah,
Pretty fun to heal.
Hmm?
It's pretty fun to heal.
Oh, we fucked up this time.
I know.
Cooldowns had cooldowns.
I mean, it's a pretty cool room. I don't care if it's a boring boss at that point.
I feel like Star Auger's room better, but that is a really cool room. It's a close second.
Oh man, Unsettled Power is ready to turn in. I'm gonna do that right quick because I didn't have the quest in.
We're good to pull trash, right?
Yeah. You don't have to turn that quest in now, Greg. It'll save it all up, so we can do it afterwards.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind upgrading something to a 970, I guess, but
Focus the sentry.
Was that the thing that killed you?
No.
Hey, they're stunnable.
Wow.
We got two priests that are probably the most dangerous.
Man, I was okay until I got feared.
God damn.
Ouch.
Something else is kicking my ass too. I just don't know what it is. Let's get ready, Brad.
Here it in, I got the stupid bomb and I don't have a bubble, so good game.
Yeah, I'm dead too, so.
I'm thinking that trash has to be killed in a specific order. Or interrupted and stunned consistently.
Is there any way you can move him not on that purple ship?
Thanks for the innervate.
That's a lot of purple shit.
We killed it!
I got people in front and behind me. Can't do anything. Ah. Why is that thing? I got this! Ow. Which Lego to upgrade first?
Why'd you guys jump down?
I don't know what she did.
I'm going the only way I know how to get here.
Yeah, I'm following the tank.
If you go left where you jump down, there's a shortcut.
There's a little path off to the left.
Are we supposed to pull that Lord guy by himself?
It seemed like he just comes down.
God damn!
Where are all our trash epics at?
Dave that one.
No. What a jerk.
How'd you get over there, Shadis?
Silly turkey.
There we fall.
Test it out.
Oh, that's a boss.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait,
I watched that video. Good game.
Well, it's pretty down there.
Alright, so this is a single target council fight, I guess. From 100 to 70, we're fighting the Huntress. From 70 to 40, we're fighting Captain Moonstrike. And from 40 to 0, we fight the other one, Priestess Luna Spry. So if you enter the room, basically we're standing on a moon. And from right to left, it's going to change from dark to light. If you're standing on the dark side, then you take increased shadow damage. If you go over to the light side, you take increased arcane damage. For every few seconds that you stand on one side, you gain a stacking damage multiplier, I guess you can call it, where you take like 3%, 6%, 9%, etc., of that damage type. So to get rid of that debuff, you just cross the line and go to the light side or the dark side. When you do that, you get an ability called Astral Purge. What that does is, I think it causes a little bit of damage. If you do it again, within 5 seconds or something like that, cross the line, then you'll take a large stack of Astral Purge damage. So you don't want to be hopping back and forth every second, but every, I don't know, like 10, 15 seconds or something like that, you probably want to go ahead and swap. I think it's, you never want to let the stacks get to 10. If you're at 5 and you have a spare global cooldown or something like that, you can go ahead and run across. There are abilities that when you're targeted with an ability by a tank or by a boss, whatever, that you'll be forced to go ahead and move to the other side. I'll get to that. Tanks, you guys have to worry in phase 1 about Moonglaive. So the boss will target you and 2 people right next to you, throw a glaive at you. You'll be debuffed with let's see, Discorporate. If you trigger Astral Purge, it'll get rid of that debuff. So at all times, we have to make sure that at least 2 other people are next to the tanks. I'm pretty sure that just melee will handle that. So once you get that, once you're targeted with Moonglaive, the other tank will taunt the boss, and that's your target swap or tank swap. Once you're debuffed, go ahead and change colors, and you'll get the debuff off of you. Everyone else just has to worry about Twilight Glaive. It's an ability that will target you. Just run it out of the group. It's going to hit you and then return back to the boss, and it'll deal damage to everyone that's in the path. So make sure that you're not standing in the way for that. However, the captain, who's this? Captain Moonstrike, where are you? Going on there, right? So also in phase 1, we have the same ability that we have on like every boss fight. It's the incorporeal shot. So that's an ability that people have to stand in front and stuff. She'll do Twilight Volley. Make sure to just move out with that. The other hidden boss will put an ability, Moonburn. You're going to take, it's a dot that is removed if you just switch sides. So Astral Purge that, and phase 2. There's a ton of abilities in this encounter. Most of them don't mean jack shit, so I'm skimming through them.
Just don't run the glaive through the group when you have the red arrow on you. It's like the main thing to remember.
So I'm assuming we're taking her on one side right as a tank, and you know, once we get too many of the one color, that Brat taunts and I run to the other side or something like that.
You're tanking her pretty much where she's standing, and as soon as you get the glaive tossed at you, you're going to get a debuff, and that's when Brat will taunt it, and you'll run and switch your colors to get rid of the debuff. These 2, there will be an ad that has to get burned down really fast. It's called the Moon Talon. If it gets off its ability, then it's going to pretty much kill us. Also, there's an ability called Rapid Shot. Make sure you run away from the group. And it's shadow damage, so if you are targeted with shadow or with Rapid Shot, make sure you go over to the light side. In phase 2, the boss has an ability where it shields itself and it shields everyone else with like a healing absorb. So healers will need to use a cooldown for that, and DPS will have to burn the boss to get rid of the shield. Because if not, then we take that amount of damage straight away. So there's an ability called Spectral Glaive. It bounces up to 3 targets. Can't really do anything about it. It's just going to be damage that goes out. Phase 3 is a little crazy. The biggest thing is Glaive Storm. So it's going to be a glaive that goes out, hits a wall, splits into 3, and comes back into the raid. And then I think it hits the wall again and splits up and does it again. So do your best to dodge that because it does 1.2 million damage, and it does arcane damage. So you want to be shadow for that. There's lunar beacons that go out, so range are going to be loosely spread. Make sure that if you get the lunar beacon, you move away from it, drop it, and move out of it, because it's going to silence you and put a lot of damage onto you. I think that's really it. The big abilities happen whenever the moon fully turns over. So that's like the big AoE thing in phase 2 with all the shields and stuff like that. So just be wary for that. And let's give it a pull and see what the is like. Sorry?
Said what we didn't get.
I mean, so phase 1, the big thing is the incorporeal shot,
Yeah.
which we have to soak. Phase 2 is the shields and burning the boss. And phase 3 is the glaive that splits in 3 and 6 and stuff like that. We can list on the pull. Wave out. Soak tappy. Check your stacks.
Wait for me.
One day a boss will spawn.
Right.
So I was telling Laura, we had a bug when we did heroic yesterday where we had 2 bosses in phase 3. So I guess this is another possible bug where there is no spawning bosses.
Sweet.
This is the worst fight I've ever seen.
Uh-huh.
And we're just gonna die if there's no boss. So. This is what you have to burn the healing through.
Right.
So it's not big on this, so happens many people.
Check your stacks.
I can just stand and stuff because shit ain't gonna spawn, so.
not sure if there's even a way to kill us.
Stand
Stand in this.
Stand in that, stand in glaive.
I'm gonna have to sit Brett to have a chance for it to kill us.
GG Blizzard. Working as intended.
Just keep on sitting. Oh yeah, Brett. Sitting will get you killed.
I've been sitting.
Every time you're hit, you have to reset. There you go.
Proc meta.
No, don't lose your buff.
Worst fight.
Let me start all the way back here.
The worst part is that they're making us run back for like 5 minutes every time on their buggy ass fight.
Make sure you go left and don't drop down. You know, and it's funny because after you kill Harjatan, the big Naga dude, you'll spawn in his room until you kill Mistress. And then you start spawning back up there.
Figures.
I think Mistress is technically supposed to be the end of this wing. I think it's supposed to be like Harjatan, Sisters, and then Mistress, which might be why they do it, but...
In phase 2, when the big healing absorb goes out, everyone just stack in the middle, so the healers can use the cooldown to get us right up.
Yeah, I went from one class to another that has either a built-in mechanic or talent based on proximity, so if you want the mega heal, stand next to me.
No.
Or if you're Hawk, then you have to stand as far as away as possible, because, yeah. Won't be getting my heal too.
Actually, my repair thing to the left is still there.
They make those auto hammers less expensive to make.
No, I just have a rechargeable battery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I do too.
I can't sell items to that merchant. What good is that thing?
You shut your mouth.
Dude. You know how this works.
Alright, let me start the countdown.
Yeah. 'Get ready for Embrace. So the bug might be that we're transitioning exactly at 70% when she's doing that ability.
So die again?
Yeah, so die. So hold Lust
Battle Rosando. Battle Rosando.
Hold lust until 30% or until phase 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a transitioning bug.
Did someone get a res off?
Look like it.
Did you get it, Nando?
No,
Should have dropped a pylon.
Should have used your battle res.
I was dead.
Not when I called for it.
I also wasn't looking. I blame Ebola.
I think we should roll. Whoa!
Oh
Tommy.
yeah.
Oh, holy shit!
All the
Using
people
all
to
your
blame.
rolls on heroic.
Right. I think me and Cal have to, roll to see who's actually to blame.
Uh-huh. There you go. Damn it, Cal.
Cal, why'd
Every
you do
damn
that?
time. How dare you do the thing? I like how there's a gap there in the rocks, but it won't let you walk through it.
I'll drop one. Right. There's a pylon now.
There's just a repair bot.
How long ago was last one? Did you put him down?
What? What?
Screw your pylon.
God damn it!
You must construct additional pylons.
What happened?
It disappeared!
That's what I was curious about. It says... Well, no, it doesn't say how long they're supposed to last.
Lasts longer than 5 seconds.
Worst boss ever.
Maybe you need to put him down.
Actually, I think it probably resurrected Hawk.
Yeah, it did.
No, it wasn't on him. I just rested him.
I think you should sit down after he was alive, though, because I'm sure it caused a mistake on it or something.
I think Hawk's trolling us like super hardcore.
Alright, so we're saving lust for phase 3. Hopefully that fixes this bug. On you, James.
Alright, starting to count down.
Dodge. Dodge again. Soak it. Unstand.
Nice.
Dodge the blade.
Focus Moon Talon.
Kill the ad. Everyone switch. Dodge the blade. Move, hop, move, hop. Rapid shot. Everyone soak or stand next to the boss.
Making it
Next to
top
the
right.
Check your stack. Wave coming out.
You ready to stack? Stack and innervate. Innervate.
Check stack. And lost. Doing burnout. Then circle. Get ready for a bunch of glaives. Glaive out. Soak. Glaive out. Group boss. Good job. I think that's considered a one shot.
I only got a piece of gear.
So back the way we came? Or where?
Follow me.
Gosh.
What if I don't want to?
Then run ahead of me.
I mean, you're a DK, that's not too hard.
Exactly.
Oh god!
Yay!
Now I can't blame Hawk.
See, I can blame you for pulling.
Hey, you're the one that has threat.
That seems suspicious.
I need Marth Bomb.
Get out of the raid.
First they nerf Draw to Souls, then they do that. Fuck off, Blizzard. Why do you hate warriors?
You mean the on-use thing? That's always been there?
Yeah. You should
No.
probably not stand in that AoE, by the way.
We need these
Yeah.
like purged, or I don't know if we have anything that could get rid of this.
Oh, that's a problem.
We can stun lock them.
Come on, where's the mage with steel?
Kill Skull. Ooh. I bet they're friendly.
Do they look friendly?
Yes. Just like every other cat in this expansion.
Cat friendly. Pick one.
This feels like Scarlet Monastery.
These explode.
Ah!
Just gonna revival.
What? Oh. No!
Oh shit.
That moment when the trash is harder than most bosses.
I mean, it's not like we prepare a strategy for trash. They're also stunnable, by the way.
It's true, and they don't even have guides for it. I'm sure if they're like, oh, kill this at first, this stuff would be easy. Because they don't, trash ends up taking the longest to master.
Trash usually isn't on the PTR either. No one really knows what trash there is going into it.
There's a lot of soul guards up there.
It's gonna be a lot of silences.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, we gonna actually CC some of them?
What causes their damage reduction?
I just think it's something they put on themselves. Probably can stun them before they do it, though.
There's no C's. There's only silent.
Go, Glaives, go!
They're immune to control and death.
Aww. I did not see anything happen that put that buff
Yeah,
up.
it literally just popped up on.
I guess they just assume most people bring a shaman and priest.
Or mage.
and a mage.
If only rogues and hunters could still do it.
Recycled skins? Never.
It looks pretty cool though.
Oh, I agree. The green looks awesome.
And you gotta remember, there's probably like half the subscribers that never saw this old fight when it was current.
I never saw it when it was
They
current.
probably don't even know.
Alright, so this is a odd fight. There's two different realms. There's the living fight or living side, which is on the right with the Engine of Souls, and then the 3 ads on the right. And then on the left is the, I guess, the dead side, the spirit realm. So we're gonna split up the raid into pairs. 1 tank, 1 healer in each, and then split up DPS. So group 1 and 3, you're on left. Group 2 and 4, you're on right. For the living side, which is the right side, you've got the Engine of Souls. The tank over there, you have Bone Shards, it's a heavy hitting ability. Biggest thing is the Tormented Cries. So someone's going to get marked, and soon after that, a huge cone of purple poop, whatever you want to call it, is going to shoot out at you. Move out of it, and it's going to stay there. I don't know if it's there permanently, but it's there for quite a long time. It's going to look like a cone, a triangle, whatever you want to call it, basically from the boss all the way to the back of the room. So you want to keep them somewhat close together, but not on top of each other. You don't want to, if you stand in it and then get hit by the ability, you're going to pretty much be one shot. So make sure to leave yourself some space in between the cones, but don't get hit by multiple ones. Don't stand in one when you get hit. Then the ads themselves have abilities. So the reanimated Templar will do a rupturing slam. Basically, he just targets one person and slams the ground, and it erupts in like a chain all the way to the person that it's targeting. So make sure that you're not standing in that path. And you want to be spread out in that phase as well, because the Bone Warden puts a debuff or something like that on one person, and it bounces to up to 3 people each time, increasing damage, but only if they're within 5 yards of another person. For the Spirit Realm, we have to deal with the Soul Queen Delajana, or whatever. She's got one ability that I'm going to put a marker out for. So don't drop any of the purple poop from the boss on the yellow star. What's going to happen is the boss in the Spirit Realm is going to cast an ability called Soulbind. It's kind of like Arcing Bonds in what's it called? Choyak's fight. So someone over here is going to get a bond, and someone in the living realm is going to get a bond. I don't think that you guys can even see each other, but you guys just run to star, and once you run to star, the debuff goes away and you can continue, and you go back to your normal side. So if you get Soulbind, it's going to be on one person on living, one person on spirit, run to star. When in the Spirit Realm, when the boss does Wailing Souls, everyone except for the healer and the tank can go to the living side, and you can stay there for a minute, because the boss is just going to be casting one thing that does like 400,000 shadow damage every 2 seconds to everyone, so no point in having everyone else down there for it. The other ad in there are Soul Residue, little ads that leave little like puddles behind them. So kite them around a little bit, kill them when they're about to die, run away from them because they explode. The bosses share health, so once they get down to 40% health, the Desolate Host appears, and all 3 bosses share the same health. So it doesn't matter which one you're actually targeting. The only thing Desolate Host does is he casts 2 abilities, Sundering Doom and Doom Sundering. Sundering Doom always first, then Doom Sundering second. So when he does Sundering Doom, it's a big circle, and anyone that's in the living jumps into the circle. Anyone that's in the spirit runs out of the circle. For Doom Sundering, anyone that is in the spirit goes into the circle to soak the damage. Anyone that's in the living gets out of the circle. So Sundering Doom, living, go in. Doom Sundering, spirit, go in. and I can't see shit that's happening on the live side. So, Brad, if you can.
Other than that, the living side doesn't really have to worry about all too much.
That's what it was. So, what's it? What gets the shattering scream? Gets rid of the bone armor.
Yeah, from the inside.
So they have to be standing somewhere close, right?
So what we did is the mobs on the living side just stood right next to the boss for the cleave. And when their bone armor would go up, actually, normally you probably don't even have to interrupt it. So just let them cast freely, and when they need it, just run over to where the boss is, and it should kill it. So yeah, like around diamond.
So Brad, let us know when you have that debuff on it.
Okay.
All right.
On you. Lost that final phase.
Yeah, one more all out, or we can all target the guy.
Alright, soul side, get out. Except for healers and bang. And can we get step up?
We'll have to get her when she goes. We'll go back in.
Is she still doing the cast down there? Yes, she is.
Tormented Cry's coming.
So start on the outside towards the right, and move in with Cry.
All right, she's.
Alright, group 1, go down.
Where are you, Tuffy?
I'm probably not where you carried me.
Yeah, she's off the ledge.
Coming down mid. Try and stack those closer together.
Careful of the purple thing over here. Alright, everyone out. Except for tank and healer. Get ready for Desolate Host. I thought it was 40%.
It's 30.
So, like now.
Alright, go ahead and moss. So remember, first cast, living side in. Group 1 can go down.
Living run.
This is dead side. Dead side has to soak that.
Living side in. Living side out. Living in. You're gonna have to tank swap on this, guys. Living out.
So if we killed the girl, it would have been over, or did we have to kill Desolate Host?
I think you still have to kill Desolate Host. I mean, she should be dead too. I don't know if she matters much, but I know that the Desolate Host thing has to die.
Yeah, Bareback also grabbing a drink.
Do we have control of the purple shit that's all over the floor, or is that random?
That's control. That's targeted. So they should be dropping it over on the right.
Yeah. Because when I got bonded, it covered literally the entire middle of the room, and I had to bubble just to get to the stars. That was brutal.
So first purple should go on moon, second purple should go like on nipple.
It's gonna eventually cover star though.
Sorry?
It's gonna eventually hit star though.
Yeah. Or it might reset back to, I don't know how long it stays up.
It lasts longer than that.
They start disappearing somewhere during the cast, but I don't know the exact time that each line is up.
It's also a bit far to run to star for melee. You can see the person you're bonded to, so if you're not at star but you're close to them, just run on top of them.
Yeah. You can see their little, just like translucent form.
So make sure that you're running to purple when you get the when you're in the spirit realm, and you have what's that stupid thing called? Shattering Scream debuff on you, and it's when DBM yells, you know, that bone cage armor.
All right, here we go.
That was funny to watch.
Leave spirit realm.
Try and get the mobs up to the boss.
Yeah, to the boss.
Living side to moon, 10 seconds. Five seconds on Kraz.
Spirit side, start going to Brazers.
Get to moon living. It's 5 before they start disappearing.
5 lines.
Yeah.
Alright, go live. Get ready for Deadwood Host.
Go back in. That side.
Live side in.
Dead side out far away.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dead side, get ready.
Live set out.
I need to get closer.
As soon as it's over, Brett, you're gonna taunt. Right, Brett.
3, 2, 1.
Live in.
Dead side out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Live out.
Alright, taunt when you're back.
4, 3, 2,
Live in.
1.
Dead out.
4, 3, 2,
Dead in.
1.
Live out. Live in.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dead out. Dead in.
2, 1.
Live out. GG.
Hey, congrats.
Oh, you got the best in slot fucking chest. Nice.
Holy shit. That's really good.
I'm stuck in combat shaders.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, turkey boy. What? Can't even use Jeeves? Blizzard hacks.
I need to go get rerolls real fast.
Gotta be right back. A bunch of stuff just crashed in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's gonna grab some, what's it called right quick also. Reroll.
Wait, I think I can resume now.
We have to go to the beginning of the instance.
We don't go through those mobs in front of us?
I think so. Maybe.
Nope.
Yeah.
It doesn't lead anywhere if I remember right.
Why are they there?
I think there's a world boss in there, but not for this week. I remember we went one way, and there's just a mob in there, and that's it. Place doesn't make sense.
Longest load screens ever.
Is it over there?
Back.
Where are you going, Toshi?
There's a staircase there. Where does it go?
So you keep trying to make sense of it.
But that's why we have a rogue that can stealth it.
There's a big door at the beginning off to the side, isn't there? So don't we go there?
What are you guys looking for, Maiden? Or are you still down at where Desolate Host is?
Probably Maiden. Looking for that one.
So Maiden's up by the second boss.
The elves built this temple upon a site of ancient power, a vault I believed would safeguard the husk of my fallen soul. But with his disciples' aid, the dark titan...
Yeah, basically what we did down there was lay all the pillars of creation down to unlock the tome.
Ah, that's right.
They should add a teleport.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
I mean, it's neat, just not clear.
So where are we going?
Back to the beginning of the instance. So as soon as you get here, you're gonna see a little tunnel with little glow orbs.
Yeah.
If you hit one of the colors, make sure you keep hitting that color. If you hit
Frogger?
the other one, damage. And this is kind of like practice for the boss.
Or you
Way to
just
go,
fly
Hawk.
over it all.
Hold on, I gotcha.
And Hawk is not going to be allowed to play on this boss.
I flew over it all.
I did it.
That was fun.
Mechanic.
Did you bubble and run through?
Yeah, because they kept appearing on top of me out of thin air from the sides of the walls. Just gonna bubble it every week. Fuck that, guys.
It's like the boulders from Black Ark Foundry.
It wouldn't be bad if they didn't just like randomly appear on top of you while you're trying to move back and forth.
Oh no, it's the Thaddeus 2.0 boss.
$5,000 gold apiece. 6,000 for Dave because he keeps taking all the loot.
I was gonna say 10.
He doesn't have much gold. We gotta make sure he can actually pay what we ask. Hey,
That's unfortunate.
we were like missing.
Don't pull any more trash, please.
That summon actually work? I'm impressed.
Summon the slow folks.
Can we jump down?
Sure, go
for it.
on.
Yeah, practice the mechanic for the fight.
That actually is a mechanic for the fight.
Yeah.
Alright, pull trash on the right.
Can you fix the groups, please?
Such a fucking baby.
Hey, you don't heal. It matters.
using the game rate frames?
Nah, grid.
Oh, okay. So it does like something different than mine.
No, it's just when he had them in separate groups, they were all spread out.
Oh yeah, that'd be annoying.
I might have the colors wrong. Is Holy on the right side of her?
It's usually whatever side you want to make it. There's no distinction in the fight for it, at least on normal and heroic. But this is the same setup we used wholly on the left, how we're facing now.
Alright, so this boss is kind of like whatever the boss in
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus. It wasn't over. What fucking dungeon was that?
I was gonna say
Naxxramas?
Naxxramas. Plus and minus.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so she's got a hammer ability. She always does the hammer creation first, and then she follows that up with the hammer of obliteration. So what that means is everyone's going to start off the fight with a debuff. They're either going to be fell or they're going to be holy. If you're fell, you're on the green side. If you're holy, you're on the star side. And the boss is then going to do a hammer of creation, which is a frontal cone slam on the tank on the yellow side, and it's split between everyone else that's there. So you want to make sure that you stack for that ability, and then after that ability, you want to kind of like loosely spread, because after she does that, there's a puddle that spawns underneath the hammer of creation that shoots out holy light balls, or whatever you want to call it, that will just land randomly where we're standing. And if you get hit with it, you take damage. It's worse if it hits you and you're wearing the other debuff. So hammer creation goes down. There's a puddle there for a second that shoots out some beams of holy balls, and it hits a guy that's inflicted with Fel. They're gonna get a bomb on them. It's called Unstable Soul. So you're gonna get a ball or bomb on you. I think it's got like an 8-second cast. When it's at about 1 to 2 seconds left, you literally jump into this big center hole, and it explodes and then knocks you back up onto the platform. If you jump too early, you're gonna die. So make sure you jump down there. If you don't jump down there, then you're gonna do raid-wide damage and pretty much wipe the raid. So the boss also has an ability called Mass Instability that puts up to 3 people with that same ability, where you have to wait, 5-6 seconds and then jump into the hole, explode, and then get knocked back up. At random times, your debuff will change. So you'll go from Fel to Holy, and then you just swap sides. If you come into contact with anyone else with the opposite debuff, you'll get that bomb ability where you have to wait 5 seconds, jump into the hole, explode, and then get knocked back up. So you don't want to run into anyone. You don't want to stand in a puddle of the opposite color. You don't want to get hit by a ball of the opposite color. Then after the boss does that for phase 1, she'll transition. She'll go to the other side, and she'll start pulsing and gaining a stacking buff. And she also has a huge shield. What you have to do is run from that side of the platform to the other, and these balls that are in this hallway over here are flowing out from her. So you have to run into the ball that matches your debuff and only that debuff. Once you get 5 stacks of those balls, you'll have like increased damage by like 50% or something like that, and you'll be able to damage down her shield. And I think you have to interrupt it, kind of like the Karazhan Maiden of Virtue or whatever she's called. And then it's the same thing on this side. So you have the blue side being the holy side, and the orange side being the Fel side. And you loosely stack for the hammer of whatever it's going to be, creation or Fel, and then spread back out. What we can also try to do is, if you run through one of the balls, it's like an AoE splash. So we can kind of move as a group. This way everyone gets stacks faster to increase the DPS. So move as a group, have I guess a mobile person just pick up one of the orbs on either side, because they go in this track, dodge the bad ones, we'll get the buffs, and make sure you don't run into the opposite colors. We'll hold Lust until after the first transition, when we have the DPS, the buffs and everything like that. So when we get to the blue and orange side is when we'll blow Lust. So we're going to do a couple pulls and see how it goes.
And by a couple, you mean one, and you one-shot it.
Everyone start on the green side, or fine, we'll start on that side since you're all over there.
Come on, Daddy. You always start on the left side.
You never do. This just feels awkward running this way. Alright, everyone's ready. Delta Drain. Holy stack, holy stack. Bombs out. Fell stack.
Where did I go?
What?
Alright, so as a group, go across the platform.
My duty is one mere mortal. Flesh is weak.
Lust.
Unnecessary end. Beware. Know the torment of a soul divided.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hammer going out. Wrong side. So oh, I guess yeah. Angels down.
There's a lot of people dead.
Yeah. So this is the first really like challenging fight. It's simple mechanics, but it's easy to fuck up.
Am I the winner?
Go, Ando, go!
No,
You suck!
Smashed me with their big, oversized, comical hammer.
Wait, do we get to run through the ball thing again?
Mhm. Make sure the DPS are the ones getting the orbs. Just so we have the DPS to break through the shield.
Well, if you guys are moving as a group, then the splash should find everyone.
Fuck orbs.
They're slimes from Nax. Everything's Nax.
The staircase is bullshit. I ran too fast and flew off into a bad orb. Haha.
Greg, you're a
Alright,
genius.
everyone start on the right side. Left side's fucking up.
We're already over here.
Now that I'm moving slower down the stair, I'm not having
Don't
any
concede,
bullshit.
dirty.
No.
Genius, Greg.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear what you said earlier.
Now that I'm moving slower down that stairwell, it's super easy to get down it. Because you said you moved too fast. I'm like, I'm gonna do the opposite of what Greg did.
I put my fucking boots on and I ran and I just flew off, got like a white orb and then flew into a fell orb. I'm like, oh no!
Death to the Greg.
I didn't die though. It dropped me to 100,000 health though.
Close enough.
So red is the green side on the other side, just so you know.
Red is fell, okay.
So infuse happens, then the hammer on the holy side, then I think the bombs go out, and then the hammer on the green side, and then she ports over to the other side. So just get that motion in your head.
Alright, everybody's ready.
Right side stat. Tommy, you want to face it towards the side over on start. Instability going.
Felt tank is a taunt.
Spell stack. Holy spread. Confusion going out. Stack up on both sides. Alright, burn boss. Lust.
Cool down.
Stack holy side. Confusion out. Oh, someone didn't move.
A lot of bombs.
Nah.
Fell side stack.
So now it's on.
Tanks need to make sure they're switching sides.
Yeah.
Hammer in a second. Draw side stack. Everyone just goes.
It's raining corpses.
So everyone can change colors and infusions and everything like that. So you gotta make sure that you're seeing which debuff you have and go to the appropriate side.
Just jump in the hole.
Oh, you just jump in the hole.
Yes, please.
Oh, it's gonna take a while. I haven't been passed away for the in that phase. There we go.
Wrong side, people.
Yellow's obviously better than that. Green over there. And this is also the side that Hawk decided to stay.
Got that right as I was clicking something. I am ready. Alright. May I start the countdown?
Yes, go ahead.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You will not disturb the Master's will. I did not choose my fate. Neither will you.
2, 1.
Right side stack. Right side spread. Instability going out.
Stack for green.
Stack as a group. Alright, last.
No!
Confusion coming out.
I died, yes. Suck. The bomb didn't launch him.
Instability going out. CFL side. Instability going out.
We've only got one tank.
I know. People can practice. Alright, everyone can jump in now. And our next poll will be our last poll.
What? Why did I get? Whatever.
Don't release, do not release, do not release, do not release, do not release.
That should get people in the middle.
No, I should still be able to get you. At least I think so.
Basically, DBM will go destruction, and that's when you should be jumping.
That was completely, utterly my fault. I got shot backwards. I didn't want to run through the orbs again, and I tried to glide, and I failed.
How far down do you fall to die if mass res can't get you? It's 100 yards.
It's all out.
Was that motivational for you guys? Did it get you guys excited?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I never glide over the hole. I just dive right into the hole.
Good motivation.
Alright, here we go.
Wait, do you still have nudes? Shit. Stack light side. Spread light side.
Stack green.
Transition next. Group up.
Watch my train.
Light
side.
gather.
Should we last?
15
Save it,
seconds.
save it, save it, save it. Save it for the next transition.
Okay.
Bombs going out.
Green stack.
Green stack. Spread. Confusion going out.
Call me, I'm light.
Light hammer going out.
Right here on top.
Light stack. Bombs
Can-
going out.
Light can spread.
Bell stack. Blow back next.
Your kind will be cleansed from this world.
Group up, group up. Bombs out. And lost.
Brad, it's gonna be, I think, I'll check to see what hit.
Confusion going out.
Light side, light side.
Light side stack. Spread. Bombs coming out. Bell side stack. Confusion going out. Check your buff. Light side stack. Bombs coming out next. Bell side stack.
Green.
Blow back in 5 seconds. Remember, run as a group. Don't YOLO ahead.
Probably gonna be you, Brad. Top. Top when you get up there, Brad.
Greg slow. Bombs
No,
up.
no. Why are we set that?
Check your buff in a second.
I'm dead, Brad, so
Are you down the hole?
yeah.
It's fine. Just burn.
You guys got this.
Good job. Totally my motivational speech.
Whoa.
Oops.
Anyone got the hammer?
Hey Tommy, do you know what you're supposed to do with the bomb in that fight?